welcome back to the HC family. Gang. You know, it's your girl Monique. So guys, today's video, it's been a long overdue, you know. So today is my first story time, and as you can see in the description below, yes, it's about my very first experience with Ace, your boy Ace, being hospitalized. My experience that I had there is experience, the long-lasting effect that it has on us, and what we have been through. So guys, stay tuned for that story time. I know it's going to be a story time that's kind of emotional, and a story time that a lot of parents, a lot of mothers or fathers, single fathers, or both parents can relate to, or even aunties, uncles, or grandmother, because a lot of persons' relations are different with each child or whoever they are to their family. So I know a lot of persons can relate to this, and I hope you guys enjoy this video. Remember to like, share, comment, subscribe, and if you're not part of the HC family gang, go ahead and click that red button, become part of our HC family army. Click that bell on all to get all of our videos when we drop them, or lives when we drop them, and just become part of this awesome channel, right? So guys, stay tuned for the video. Guys, so in 2019, in about October, yes, October, I don't remember the exact date in October, but 2019 in October, it was about 6 months. It was about 6 months, and I was home with him, and you know, I realized that he started to have a high fever, vomiting, defecating a lot, and all of that. And I was at home with my mom, and my mom was like, you know, continue watching for a couple more days and to see if it, you know, would improve. So we were there watching him and stuff. I realized that it's not improving. So I said to my mom, say, Mom, I'm going to carry him to the clinic. Right, I told her that I'm going to take him to the clinic to see what's going on and stuff like that. So the next day I took him to the clinic and I told them what the problem is, and then they gave me a referral and said take him to Children's. When they told me to take him to no, it wasn't like that. I'm lying. No, it wasn't like that. When I took him to the the clinic, they gave me some stuff to give him and stuff, and say, you know, give him these if the fever don't go down, or you know, come back. Anyways, the weekend came, we went over to his dad's house, and I was telling him dad what's been happening, and let him dad all through everything his dad knew that I took him to the clinic and stuff like that. Anyway, I went over his dad's house the weekend, and he was still, you know, not improving. Whatever they gave me wasn't working. So it kind of, you know, start working on my mind, and I'm starting to get really frustrated and concerned. Come here, say, okay, I'm going to clinic. The doctors them prescribe this for him, and I'm giving him, and it now help. Instead, it's like it get worse. So, you know, so today in the day, you know, it kind of go down, and I say, all right, the medicine will work and everything, and I say, all right. When I look now, the next day, you know, my seats start happening, and him start vomit. So I say, no man, I don't like this. I start get emotional and all of that. So I say, I start get emotional and all of that. I say, no, I'm not going to keep him here and not know exactly what's happening to him, and him continuously having a high fever, vomiting, defecating, a lot of loose stool, and you know, crying right through. So I said to him, Father, we need to carry him to Children's to see what's really happening to him. So anyway, we took him to Children's the morning. I took him to Children's in the morning, and you know, Children's is a tedious process. All the persons who know about Children's know Children's is a very tedious process. You have to go through When you go in, you have to go through the lobby, the reception area, sit there and wait for a period of time, because up there so it's always food. Them call it draw your body pan bench. And it's not lie, it is true. So you know, over there waiting in the area, you have to stay in a specific area where you wait first, for them to call a name to get him registered and all of that. You know, did it for a while, finally him get registered and stuff. Then you have to go over next session, go sit down, draw your body on the bench again till them wait the child, ask what's going on with the child, so you can see a little doctor in the ear to tell what's going on next. Anyway, my dad and my turn come, go in, weigh him and tell him what happened, and him write it down on a paper for see the doctor. When him time come now for me see the doctor, I tell the doctor what's going on. If the doctor know he's doing a lot of loose stool, him vomiting, him not eat, and him have a high fever, and him just constantly uncomfortable, crying, and I decided not to keep him home anymore. I went to the clinic, and the clinic gave me this, but it's not working, and I decided not to keep him at home and not know what's happening. So the doctor is there and say, okay, them run few tests. Mind you, them say they're going to run a test, take urine from him for run a test, and stuff. They push this straw thing, you know, once them can't, them not pee because them are wait on him for urinate, and him not urinate, so they had to push up this thing up through his little peeny penis, to get the urine. And it was, oh, you can look at that, you looked at my baby, and it was, I can tell that it was a painful experience. I am very emotional, even though I'm tough and I'm going gangster, I'm an emotional creature. I'm very emotional and baby like when it come on to certain things. My love ball. So I was crying. I have to turn my head, and you know, I don't want to see because I can see that he's in pain and I can't do anything, because what they're doing is to find out what's wrong with him, and it's a better him, you know. And he was crying. And then after they've taken me right now, them say, okay, you can go back outside, go sit down and wait for the result to let us see what's inside or what's going on. So I was there waiting to tell you. This was like, so I get late today night. So I say, I wonder what time them people are going done so we can go home. Hey, all and to behold, them come back and call him Ace Milan Clark. So I said, yes. And I think so, yeah, them just gonna say, alright, this is what prescription here, go collect it around the back, and me backside. Mother, I'm not sure what's going on with him, and I don't like the fever that he has, and what we're seeing in his urine is not normal, so we're gonna have to admit him. You know that is not what I wanted to hear. We are going to have to admit him. Whew. People, we say admit. How long? They're like, we don't know, because we don't sure exactly what he has right now, and the state that we see him in, or the state that we're what we're seeing right now, is we have to admit him. We're not going to let him out tonight with this. I'm like, Jesus. I mean, see, whole heap of people are go past, and whole heap of kids are go past, admit, and them are cry, and the mother them are cry. And at this time, you know, guys, I tell you, at this time, it was a time of dengue. You know, a lot of kids catching dengue and all of that. There was a lot of dengue cases up there and all of that. Anyway, I said to him, okay. I said to him, okay. And I said, we're going to go and prepare where you must stay and all of that, I said, okay. Call him father and let him father know. Because my mom and my mother know and all of that. Tell her, say, alright. And then I get to come back home for nothing or anything. So, you know, pack up a bag for me and him. And when you go to work tomorrow, just drop it off for me and stuff. Jesus, guys, me never know what me I go in for. Because guess when, at this time I was working at a BPO sector in Crossroads. Me not expect, say, you know, he might go there too long. So, you know, a man, I say, I just call him and make them know, say, alright, I now get to come into work, because, you know, this and that and that and that. Anyway, you know, when we go up at the ward now, they said that they're going to put him in an isolation ward because all of the symptoms that he had at the time was part of the dengue fever symptoms. So they didn't sure if that was the case that he had it, because at the time they didn't have the things to test it for the dengue there and all of that. So they admit him in the isolation ward. Anyway, them drip him up, put on be a drip at this time, you know, guys. Me go put Ace picture on the right side here, so me couldn't see how hot my baby was. Telling me used to hurt on my back how big Ace was at this time, and how after I leave the hospital, how him look from after the drips when him get. And I felt that the experience of being there had a toll on him. Traumatized, I wouldn't even say traumatized, but it had a toll on him till him lose all him weight, him fluffy tightness and all of that. Him lose all of that. And today them don't put on back that way. Even him godmother always go say, when we go to hospital, you just get loose, so, and you know, like this, like your fat just get loose, so you get big and fat, you know what I mean? And I felt like it traumatized him. It also did something to me because the experience was not something nice as any parent would want to experience. Not only the environment, but the procedures and how the nurses handle certain situations there. Right, so anyway, after they admitted him and we go to the ward and everything, right, and then put on him, drip on him and all of that, and we was there in the ward, you know. I saw a lot of different children, and he had a specific bed at the back. It was bed 6. Can't forget that bed. That was bed 6, and only people in critical state of the dengue was supposed to be put there on oxygen. And when I was hearing a lot of the stories about the kids that come there, and the kids that come there and meeting the difficulties and had to go into the ICU and don't make it back out. And that kind of had me, you know, because I didn't know what he had at the time or what really happened, and them couldn't just do the dengue test like that. They have to go through a process and all of that. So I was really concerned. I'm like, what my 6-month-old can I do with dengue? How my 6-month-old like a manager fight off dengue? What? You know, it was shocking. I was like, no, this can't real. Him not have dengue, them not sure. Them just say because him just have the similar symptoms to it. And you know, hearing all of those stories about the kids that were there first and the kids them that icy come in and then have to rush them out. And I was there for a while, and you know, I called my workplace and let them know that, you know, my baby's in hospital at the moment. I'm not able to come to work because I have to be here with him. I'm not leaving him. He's too young. You know, I don't want to leave my child. And you know, my manager at the time said, okay, no problem, let us know what's going on and stuff. And you know, I was keeping them informed. And days go by, test, every minute them come take tests, every minute them come take blood from my baby like a freaking guinea pig. And all know I can't really get no substantial reasons or substantial what is into the blood or what's causing it. You know, till at the point me and him father start researches on it, the type of thing what them say him have. And his dad was doing research, and his dad was like, Monique, everything where them do, let me know, video it, or whatever them say, write it down, so that we can keep informed and research to see what is going on, because them not really fully tell you what's going on. So I did all of that. Anyway, you know, would they see me, me can't get no answer. I'm telling you guys, almost a month me did find out, ending up I'll meet people up to today. Me and that person is friend. You know, I met a girl named Sure. That baby was young as well. And Nia, pick up yourself. Sure, pick up on yourself. I met them, and they were in a similar situation but different ward from us. I don't think it was dengue for her. I don't remember what situation she was in, because them ended up even change Ace from off of that ward, the isolation ward, and put him in a different ward. And I remember a lot of times them come and them draw blood and them draw blood and them draw blood upon the poor baby, you know. I mean, I say, well, I not drop so much blood and I do so much tests and I can't get no solid test result. Like, I have my up and down, me I feel I go over this, over this, and I'm still not getting anything solid. And a lot of times when I see things like these happen with people, and them not getting a result and all kind of stuff, and them have them, the people them run up and down and their kids, die. I'm like, I have to thank God because I experienced this, and thank God my child came out safe, my child came out alright, and I didn't have to go through this traumatizing experience, even though some of the stuff that happened there traumatized me or was a really hard, bad experience for me and my child. I have to give thanks, and I give thanks every day to God that I have 2 kids that are healthy, no sickness, no allergies, and none of that like that. I may have run up and down with them, but this case just happened, right? And I was there for a while till even all the next person that I saw that worked with me at where the BPO sector that I was, even her end up there with her child. I'm like, no, what's really going on, Anyways, they do this bag of test, and this test, and finally them come and say, mother, he doesn't have dengue, so we're gonna end up move him. Anyway, before they move him, there was this last child that come into our bed 16, and she was there, and all of us stay inside, and all of a sudden we hear the parents start bawl out, nurse, she not breathe, she just a gap, nurse, she not breathe, she got get, and they're not even paying attention to the person, one experience, because that child parent wasn't there. It was an experience that was sat next to that child, that for them child was there next to her, and they realized that she's not really breathing, and they were like, nurse, trying to get nurse attention, and them not paying them my shit, them not gonna ask she alright and whatever it is, and keep on telling him, say, she's not okay, she's not breathing properly and stuff like that. And then them only hear the thing, the oxygen tank, I don't know if the oxygen tank or the thing there that will monitor heart rate or something start go blue, when people literally like them are going at them deathbed bed. And that's when the nurses start run over and start call the doctors and all of that to resuscitate the child. Although a parent was there seeing what's going on and acknowledging them and letting them know the child is not breathing, she needs help, and they weren't paying attention. They wait until she's on her deathbed first before then them come and assist. And that was really heartbreaking to me, because I said that can be my child over there, and the parent is not even here to see what's going on or to understand or to seek help for the child until the child is on deathbed. And that was so emotional to me, until the point where them run out, all her parents them out of the room, because it was so bad. She couldn't breathe. How much doctor for bit and pop her, I do CPR, and I feel press down her chest and all of that, and them afraid them till she even now breathing at all. Them have to rush her out of her room to the ICU, and we were praying there. All of the parents them start pray for the child, and we started to pray for her and cry out to God for her, and it was really emotional. It was really emotional and hard to see, because I'm saying to myself, say, God, this could have been Ace right here, so even Danica right here. So, and for the fact that this is what they are doing, they're drawing their feet with people's life. They're drawing their feet, like some of them literally just going this job for the money and not for the love of people and for the love of assisting others and to make sure that others are okay. And I said to myself, this is really madness. And she was there for a couple of days in the ICU, and everybody was still keeping check, to see if, what's really going on with her and stuff like that. And a couple of days after we found out that she died, just succumbed to the dengue that she had, because she had dengue and she died. Also, a little girl that lived in my area died from it as well, at children, because they didn't have the facility. They couldn't facilitate for the disease or the infection or whatever dengue was. They couldn't facilitate. They didn't have the proper equipment. They didn't have the proper testing things and all of that. They had to go to different places, send it to different places to pay much in money for the test results to do the dengue test, and not all person could afford those things. And I was grateful that I didn't need to do it because they catch up quickly on what Ace had. And by the end of the day, they told me that Ace just had an infection, that he had an ear infection, and it traveled down to his urine, and it traveled to a lot of different places because it took so long for them to find it. And they ended up removing from the ICU and put him in a different, I wanted to go regular wards, kids ward, and that's how I make sure and near. And we were just there leaning on each other as parents, getting through each other nights. Me tell you sleepless nights, me first sit down and sleep on chair, two chair me put together, sleep, me have back pain from after that headache. I couldn't sleep because it wasn't comfortable for you to sleep there or anything, and only one parent could have stayed there at a time and stuff, and I chose to stay there right through. And me, while I was there, I got some news from my workplace that I'm no longer a part of the workplace. I'll be relieved because I'm not communicating enough. So I was like, what do you mean, guys, I'm not communicating enough? I don't understand what you mean I'm not communicating enough, because if I'm calling you and telling you, okay, this is what happened today, do you expect me to be telling you every single thing that I go through with my child every single day? Oh, he did a blood test today, and a couple hours after they did a urine test, and then next time them come and tell me, say, this is what's in the blood or what, and then you're not gonna expect me to call you and tell you every day what exactly happened throughout the day with my child. You're going to expect me to call every day and let you know, say, okay, they're still running tests, they still had been admitted, and so on and so forth. They said that I didn't communicate enough, and I'm neglecting my job and all of that. And I said to her, what you're saying is ridiculous, because every single day I call and I communicate and let you know that they did a test today and I'm waiting on the result and he's still admitted. I don't think I needed to give you every single details of what's going on with my child in the hospital other than what I told you. And I said to them, okay, no problem, my child come first, because at the end of the day, if anything to happen to me tomorrow, my job is given to someone else, and I'm not going to let you guys let me neglect my child to be at your workplace building somebody else's bank account while my child is in here in a bad state, lonely, in pain and uncomfortable, and I'm not here to comfort him, love him, and show him that I am here, mommy is here to comfort you and to be there with you every single night, right? And I just said, okay, no problem. And that's how I lost my job in that period of time. And I had told on me, as well as the fact that I don't know what's wrong with my baby, if he's okay, if he's going to get okay, or if he's going to spiral back out of control, or so much dramatic things been happening every day. You see a child roll down on a stretcher or go to the morgue, and it really had a really bad toll on me, and it just had a really bad toll on me. I'm not gonna lie to you, and it had a toll on my baby. And a lot of times, there with my child right through, I don't go nowhere, I might see another parent and say, can I keep an eye on my baby for him while I'm asleep? I'm go run, go bathe and go wipe up or wash up, or I couldn't get a proper shower, couldn't get proper food up there, so the food was so expensive, I had to be begging my mom to cook and care for me, and she was really supportive and there for me. And I have to really thank my mom, because even though me and her agree sometimes, my mom has been there for me through a lot, and she has supported me through a lot, even though she's not perfect, but she's an awesome mother. She's a number one mother, supportive mother. When she tell you no, she not do this, she a go do it, And I really had to love her and send my grateful, tell her how grateful I am. I'm very grateful to you, mommy, when you watch this. I'm really appreciative for being there for me and the kids, because you love your grandkids and you will do anything and everything for them. You take care of them so much. I can trust you to take care of them and look after them. I'm not there now, and I'm not even worried that they're not being taken care of, because I know they're in awesome, and I know that you're taking care of them. Making every effort to make sure that they're okay, and I know I can be anywhere in the world and you're always making sure that they are fine. And I really want to tell you how thankful I am to you for that, and thankful I am for you always being there through any and every situation. Alright. And being there in the hospital, a lot of parents weren't there with their kids, and to see how some of the nurses treated the child. There were a lot of children they were crying for hours, and they just walk past like babies, like months old babies crying, you know, probably them just want a little hand, or you know, them just want a little comfort, and them would walk past them like nothing not happen, and no matter how you call them and say, nurse, the baby, you need assistance. No, them alright. With them mother, they are, you know, like a lot of them don't caring, they're not caring, they don't, I don't know if because they don't have children, they don't know what it's like to not to feel uncomfortable with a child, knowing that a child is not okay, or that a child is sick and need comforting. A lot of them just shake it off like nothing, and that is one of the things made me decide not to leave my baby, because I don't want my child to be crying or need assistance and or need somebody to comfort them, and I'm not there, and they're just walking past them like nothing. When you look sometime, the baby them foot under through the crib because they're moving or trying to, you know, get up or stuff like that, and this a part is stuck, yes, and it's just so ridiculous. It break my heart how them the nurses them deal, the nurses them what them have up there, and how they deal with the kids, and the heart them what them have against towards the kids them you know, have a motherly love or a love for the kids them to say, yes, I want to make sure this baby is alright. Yeah, you know, you have some kids them will ball all day, you can't keep them all day, but you know, show a little pity, like some sympathy, or you know, like you really care for them, or you really love your job. And those are some of the things that I experienced there, and I don't think I would ever want to experience, and I pray to God none of my kids go back there for certain things, you know. And afterwards, when I got the news from my son had some really good doctors. I'm not going to lie, I don't remember their names, but my son had some really good doctor, and he was such a cheerful child. Till them called them, his nickname there was Smiley Baby, the Happy Baby. Yes, his nickname was the Happy Baby there, because no matter what them a do, or him always a smile, him always a laugh with them, and him always say, oh, he has never have a dull moment. He's always smiling and happy. He's such a happy baby, you know, and he got that nickname from there. And when them finally come to me, and when them start, you know, they start to give him antibiotics through the drip and stuff like that, and it worked, and you know, he started to improve and got better, and I was so thankful to God, and I used to pray so much, and till finally them come and say, yes, we can discharge him. It was a glorious day. Trust me, it was a glorious day for me. It was really a glorious day when I said that he's getting discharged and stuff like that, and decided to carry him home. I can't tell you how I felt. It felt so good for finally going go back home, get a nice shower, go in my bed, go sleep, and know that my baby is okay, and got his medication and all of that. And he ended up was fine, and we got home, you know. Sometimes we just hug him, and you know, because I know that it was a really traumatic experience that he went through, had to be going through, get so much juk all over. When you look on him skin, everywhere you look, you see be a juk from much different needles and all of that. So I know it was a really, he might not can express himself, but it was really a traumatic experience for him being there so long, and us to be, you know, getting injected over and over again. And I just want to thank those doctors for doing their work, even though, you know, you have some few nurses who are lackadaisical and all of that, but you have good ones, and all the good ones, I want to thank you for your services to the children's hospital and to helping others. All the nurses out there that are doing their job and feel unappreciated, as long as you're doing your job as a nurse and doing the right thing and being a humanitarian, loving people genuinely and loving your job, we thank you. We thank you for what you do, the doctors. We thank you for what you do, for saving lives, for helping lives, and we ask you to continue, and we give you our word of prayer, covenants, blessings over your life, guys. So yeah, this was my story time, my experience at the Children's Hospital with Ace, being admitted there for almost a month, my experiences, my trauma, his trauma and experience, and I guess this is the end of my story time. So guys, if you like it, go ahead and put a like, go ahead and keep a comment if you have ever experienced it, or if my story has touched you in a way where, you know, it's something that has happened to you before, a family member. Comment in the comment section, because I know a lot of person can relate to this story time, and let me know what other story. If you guys like my story times, I have more story time to tell you. So guys, remember to like, share, comment, subscribe, and continue being a part of the AC family channel. We appreciate it. We thank you guys for helping us, supporting us, and helping us with our channel. See you on another video. Peace and air grease.